Bagfuel, baby.
I got a record with Styles P called This Thing of Ours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Styles is incredible. He's one of one. We put that record out. It immediately flew. I had my brothers from the Nation of Islam drilling there. The next single we dropped, Look What I Become, was produced by the Heatmakers Arsonists. Well, I spoke my story. I just spoke my truth. And that was one of my biggest streams, like in 6 figures, that shot up. Then the next one was with Junior Reed, Frontline. We went out to Jamaica to shoot the video for that in the Garrison in Kingston. Junior Reed has his own following. He's an international reggae artist. Then we came with the single with AZ, What's the Science? So everybody I was blessed to be or to have on this project, they are incredible artists in their own right. And they allowed me access to their world. We locked in and put out incredible big records. And now I got the single out with Ghostface, World Famous. So we just closing everything up full circle and we keeping it moving. But 500,000 streams is a lot. I mean, and I'm pushing for more. And the funny thing, if this was back in the days, when you got paid for the product, a stream is only 0.4 of a penny. So regardless of what, I do 1 million streams, what's that, $4,000 from Spotify? It's no money in that. So we come from an era where it's the point system. You know what I mean? If I had that point system right now, I'd be in an incredible place right now. An incredible place financially. But,
But you know what you're trading it off for? And
What's
this is
that?
real shit. The technology and ability to put this shit up and put it out the way that you can do it now has enabled you to chase your dreams later in life. Because if things was the old way, you would still be, there would be no outlet for you. There would be like, yo, you'd be paying niggas for money, trying to pay other people to do this and this and this and that
That's
for
a fact.
you. The video shit would have been way more money.
You'd have
You
to
feel
take
what
the
I'm saying?
mixtape route.
Like, so the
You know how the
technology,
videos was.
this is the one way that older artists can use the technology. See, he's an older artist, but he didn't have a shot. So he has to put his older way and merge it with how they're doing it right now. So he has to stay current in some type of way in order for him to have the knowledge and the ability to swerve the way you swerve it. If older artists were doing that, right, then they can put things out. Because I feel like that they rely on the old stuff like, yo, I know it's streams, but I want this DJ to play it. Well, you know these DJs that was playing it for a reason, right? You was at that label, you know what I'm saying? That label had
don't wanna
ends
hear
with
that.
them, and they were doing this DJ really didn't like you. That's really not your man.
Right.
So out of all these people, all these DJs that you meet, our boy might meet 5 that's really fans of his that fuck with him.
Right.
The other 38 of them is doing business with him in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Inside the clubs, giving them bitches, buying bottles, whatever you trying to do.
Yeah.
And when you walk inside that club, yo, our boys in the club, and boom, 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 boom.
Right.
But because you don't have to take that route anymore, that enables you to take a whole different route and find people who fuck with what you do.
Yes, that's a fact. That's an actual fact. To have those platforms and those outlets like that, you really know where your target audience is at. Digitally, I mean, you can find out within 30 days, opposed to dropping a single before and having to circulate it and tour here and tour there. You know where your market is at. So, and with me, my market is overseas. Like my record is being played with Junior Reed is being played in Dubai. It's being played in Ghana, Kenya, United Kingdom, Jamaica, Canada. So that's where my audience is at. And that's where they, that's where they really appreciate music. These young brothers are dropping so much music, they're flooding the DSPs so much that they've oversaturated the market. So I would be a fool to try to compete. So you have to get in where you fit in. I know where I fit in at. So that's where I attack.
Okay.
So
That's smart. That's because you seasoned and you got a team behind you. Because that was gonna be one of my questions. What type of team do you have if you have one? But evidently you do.
I wanted to circle back because you made like 3 mentions of this.
right.
What specifically happened where it turned you off to the business with the deal?
So I was signed.
I don't need you to kick anybody under the
No. So it is what it is. So just, a big budget was given out. Here I am, right?
You're young.
I started my journey, my lyrical journey. Well, I did music back in the days, but when I was incarcerated,
Yeah.
right? I formed a crew called 7 Up. We was in Caxacky. We was like the elite group of MCs that was feared in every prison. If you didn't know about 7 Up, you was in PC. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I took that, harnessed it, and I have to give honor to my brother Black Rob, because Black Rob was my mentor when I was up north. Like, honestly, Black Rob is the reason why I still write, because he pressured me like, yo, you got a skill, stay on top of this. So I had the opportunity, I came home, I'm doing music. I just love the art form of it.
Yeah,
So now you get caught up into the business side, contracts, and you know A&Rs was different back then in the label. You could meet an A&R that has no street credibility, has no foundation of music, and he's gonna tell you, yo, SO, I need you to put a single out like this. Because you want me to sound like that artist. So long story short, I got signed to the label. They put out a big budget. That money wasn't coming back in. The VP of that label was gonna get fired. And I'm like, yo, I did all this for this? For y'all to not move money around properly? So now when I get to what I think is gonna be the highlight of my life, me putting a great body of work together for the world to see, I get sniped right before it was supposed to come out. Like that was heartbreaking to me. And I'm speaking from an MC who all I ever wanted to do was rhyme and just make good music for the people to love. Because I'm a fan of the culture. And right when I got there, it's like, boom, I got sniped. I'm like, yeah, nah, I can't do this.
On the tip, I want to go back for a second. The part where you said that the A&R came to you and said that he wants you to do some music like this, right? You took it as, and this is what young niggas do. This is what young niggas do. Young niggas take it as, you want me to be like him. No. What the A&R is trying to explain to you, he didn't articulate it as well because they couldn't tell you all the truth that go behind breaking you as an artist. How the money spent, where the money spent. They were scared to tell these young niggas because these young niggas talk too much. The A&R was trying to say, I need something like this because this is what they're playing. It goes into a playlist, right? Creativity, people want to do what they want. What real executives feel like a creator is somebody who can do multiple things. Born, I need you to write me a Christmas record for Nicki Minaj. Born, I need a record that's gonna go in playlists on the radio. Born, I need a feature for Coi Leray. Born, I need a thug record with Future. A record executive is like, Born is the illest of all kinds. There could be other rappers that be like, he's mid. Real talk.
That's a fact.
Other rappers would be like, yo, this nigga's mid. But in the building, that's the most talented nigga in the whole
Your phone
industry.
never stops ringing.
Right.
His phone never stops ringing. So these are the things that we didn't take time to explain to the young fellas and say, yo, I'm not trying to get you to be like him, my nigga, but I want you to succeed. If I can get you in this playlist, if you do a drill record, right, you don't have to drill for the rest of your life. But once you get your name, you can then take your name and do good records. And I'm trying to give you a chance to have a career.